Well, this is not shocking and likely won't be the last time we say this, but records have been broken by this government. You know, the one who said they'd take back control of our borders when all they've done is take control of your lives and your freedom. The borders are wide open, but you must submit to Boris Johnson's will or face being outcasted from society. This government can force 70,000 care home staff out of a job during a health crisis, but cannot stop 1,000 illegals floating over the channel during the same health crisis. I have to say it's a rather funny one that, ain't it? Now yesterday, as you know, many thousands of care home staff that won't comply got the boot as over 1,000 Tory party imports arrived on our shores. In fact, the numbers are that high that even the BBC bother to cover it, shockingly enough. Usually they prefer radio silence or things like this, so well done the BBC. It is a newsworthy story after all. Now naturally they won't call it out as it should be, in fact no media outlet will. Us wankers online though, we will do it because the public should know, and these politicians who caused it obviously held to account. As I've said before, I don't blame the people coming, I blame the government for letting them do it, or should we say welcoming them with bloody open arms. At the end of the day, Boris and pretty piss poor Patel have rolled out the red carpet and offered them hospitality they would never give you. 4-star hotels and all sorts paid for by you, of course. No wonder they're coming in by the boatload, as you know. But you know what, let's see what the BBC actually has to say on this for a change and roast the Home Office for yet another bullshit statement that they've pumped out. It headlines number of migrants crossing channel to the UK hits new daily record. Yeah, and the record I have to say was literally only broken less than a week ago today. It says around 1,000 people crossed the channel by boat to reach the UK on Thursday, a new record for migrant channel crossings in a single day. It says 5 lifeboats and 4 border force vessels escorted groups to Dover as a period of calm and mild weather made the journey less risky, and obviously being picked up by these tosspots helps it a lot. A Whitehall source accused France of losing control of the situation, which is obviously a joke at this point. None of you have got control of it in the sense that you should. The control you've got is opening the borders on both sides and letting them fucking do it. It goes on, the Home Office said British people did not want to see people die in the channel as ruthless gangs profit. I'll tell you something, British people don't give a flying fuck. What they don't want is thousands of illegals streaming over the channel literally every week. They couldn't give a flying fuck if these people died doing it. They're breaking the law and they're taking the risk themselves. Some might call it heartless, but let me tell you, it's going to be a fact of life with most people in this country. Here it says, more than 23,000 people have made the crossing from France to the UK by boat so far this year, a sharp rise on the 8,404 in 2020, and far more than in the years before the pandemic, when most asylum seekers arrived by plane, ferry or train. Yes, because they have gone to embassies and shit like that, you know, the legal route for asylum seekers, not the ones who are bouncing across multiple borders and then jumping in a boat to illegally cross the English Channel. This there does not make them asylum seekers, as you all know. Here it says about 98% of the people who arrive in the UK via the Channel apply for asylum, but overall applications for asylum fell in the months after global travel was limited due to COVID-19, and numbers remain slightly lower than before the pandemic. Which I have to say is obviously bollocks, since we've had 23,000 more come this year, you know, when borders were apparently closed and all of that. Oh yeah, I forgot, we didn't close our borders, did we? When we was all locked down at home, you couldn't go out and do anything like that, but tourists from China and places like this could come over to the UK and take pictures of the sights. This is actually something I covered at the time, so the BBC are just talking a bag of bollocks there. Here it says UK officials say they want to stop channel crossings, describing them as dangerous and unnecessary. A Home Office spokesman said the number of migrants crossing on Thursday was unacceptable. At the end of the day, one crossing is unacceptable, you tosspots. The previous record was 853 people crossing on the 3rd of November, something I actually covered a couple of days later. Here it goes on, the British public have had enough of seeing people die in the channel while ruthless criminal gangs profit from their misery, and our new plan for immigration will fix the broken system which encourages migrants to make the lethal journey. That is obviously a whole bag of bollocks, as I've said already, and I'm not even going back into it. The British people don't give a flying fuck about that, they just want it to bloody stop. But yet again, you can obviously trust the Home Office to come out with a whole bag of bullshit, which is literally all they do. No wonder it's run by pretty piss poor Patel, the woman who talks a bag of shit and actually does nothing. And the rest of it down there is just some analysis by some BBC tosspot. I'm not even going into it. He's just going to talk a bag of shit. At the end of the day, 1,000 people are coming over here. The government's doing fuck all about it, and the border force are just picking them up. Pretty soon we're going to be reaching 4, 5 or 6,000 of them literally coming a week. I think we're nearly at 4,000 for this one as it stands. I could be wrong on that, but let's be honest, it doesn't even fucking matter because one coming over in a week is still too many. You can bet your bollocks to a barn dance that any country outside of Europe has illegal immigrants crossing into their country, they're going to kick them straight out. This is a given anywhere around the world, except of course this piss-weak clown country that we're living in. Now guys, remember to check out my website and other social media links that are down below like BitChute and Odyssey. If you enjoyed the video, smash the like button and share the video as YouTube limit the shit out of them these days. But until next time, thanks for watching as always.